In the great drama of the mystery of wickedness, there's a lot of important things that are said. St. Augustine talks about how evil is always only ever parasitic on the good. You have to have something that exists for there to be evil in it. It's an accidental quality. And it's not a positive accidental quality, it's a negative accidental quality. Meaning that it's a thing that exists it's a quality in a thing that exists, but it's there by way of it not being there. And that, insofar as a whole is a real thing. But it's only a real thing because of the absence of the material that should have been there, and then you have a whole. That's evil according to St. Augustine. According to St. Thomas Aquinas, people move from vice to virtue. And the person who is vicious enjoys the evil in some analogous way. Because both of them, drawing from both Plato and Aristotle, believe that you only ever do what you perceive to be good. The good being what seems profitable. And that's a much more dry definition than it is for them. It's what's desirable. It's what, there's a certain point where I can't define it anymore. It's what's good, right? You do what you believe to be good. And when a person does evil, they do evil insofar as they perceive that evil to be good. And the idea here is that we're supposed to step away from that and go, wow, that's psychotic. Yes, that's the whole point. Why would a person who perceives the good clearly ever do some of these vicious and terrible things, much less seem to enjoy it? And yet, that is the mystery of wickedness. And while most of us have never been in the deep version of that, we've all had our less than shining moments when we chose the thing that we knew was probably not good. For some reason that was insufficient. And even at the time we probably knew it was insufficient. But, nobody will know. I won't get caught. Oh well. We've all had those little moments, right? And you can start to see how if you go down that path, one little can just lead to a cascade of awful. And I can't give you any more better personal experience than when I used to go to Angola for prison ministry. I was surrounded by people. Some of them, really good people. Just a cascade of bad decisions. Wrong time, wrong place, wrong circumstance, got pushed a little too far. And if you believe you're immune to this, that's the real psychotic behavior. If you don't believe that any one of us could, in a painfully small series of decisions, become an alcoholic or a drug addict or get into something awful, you're deluded. It doesn't take many bad decisions to go from something that's like, you know what, that's excusable, to something that can wreck your whole life. And I don't say this to scare anybody, it's important to remember that every one of us is vulnerable. Because when you live in that reality, not in anxiety, not in fear, not in trembling, we just in the sober reality that any of us could become wicked with the right series of decisions, you will then be strengthened against that possibility. Because you won't live in the delusion that I'm invulnerable. And nothing is more dangerous than believing that you can't fall.